Look, come for the bus and miss a meter. Yeah, we try and get our feast on. New moon coming in, step around the corner. Yeah. Another day to pick it with your body. Woke up, feeling better than I did. Read a couple scripts, man, I had to get it in. Got a feeling minutes, they gon' be here. I can't wait to congregate, I can't wait to fellowship. Just got up to the job, I ain't sweating it. A couple hours, then my boss, now I'm out of here. Trying to keep me over, man, he talking about some overtime. Think I'm about to break the Lord's heaven, must be out his mind. Ain't nothing over God's laws, trying to get the prize in the end, eternal life, y'all. Lunch break. Mama call me with the gossip, I don't wanna talk about that, mama stop it. Before I hung up, she had me to go to church. Pastor out here lying, mama, I know that it hurts. Stay keep the 10, but every Saturday at work, yeah. Sunday after church, I know that you're serving poor, mom. Keep it real, no, I couldn't waste time. I'm getting spiritual, I know that it takes time. We been going hard, they said we should take 5, but who gon' do the work if we don't make the 12 tries? Like, I got to work, we gotta be out here, we gotta teach our people what no up, you know what I'm saying? Bring them to our tribes back. We gonna do it together. It's one body, yeah. Bring it back, though. I want you a fact, though. When prophets in Jerusalem, I know that they act, though. I want to think, so I go hard every day. Preaching God's words, man, the nation's gotta pay. I see my people suffer curses every day. I see my brothers kill each other, it ain't okay. I got a feeling everything gon' be okay. I got a feeling everything gon' be okay. Hit the streets, now we gotta hit the streets. Now we gotta keep teaching just to find the lost shit. Hit the streets, now we gotta hit the streets. Now we gotta go and teach just to find the lost shit. We gotta find the lost shit.
Bottom line is, no one covers more niche industries more than one.
We gon' jump, and I ain't got to worry about nothing, and I ain't ashamed to throw my hands up, yeah, we gon' jump, and I don't care if you just watching, and y'all want I feel nothing, I see you always in, sad eyes, feeling so fake, look like you're about to cry with your story, don't be holding back your tears, don't be phony, people walking right past you, singing like we did in the fire, praise God for the new day, cause she wasn't taken out the way, old man gone away, let the new man manifest today, say it again, old man gone away, let the new man manifest today, we gon' jump, and I ain't got to worry about nothing, and I ain't ashamed to throw my hands up, yeah, we gon' jump, and I don't care if you just watching, y'all want I feel today,
jump, like a set of cables, we jumping. Put it on a shoe, now we jumping. Like a game of double dutch, jumping. Made by the Ruach, no stunting. We used to catch a stone to the face. Now a stone might cry in your place. Made. Those are the breaks. Guilty for Christ on that case. Hey, hold on. We jumped in old times in the club. Here's a plug. We jumped for Zion. Sticks in the mud, the branches fell off. So much of y'all paid the full cost. Hey,
we gon' jump, and I ain't got to worry about nothing, and I ain't ashamed to throw my hands up, yeah.
Shalom, people out on YouTube. We're having some technical difficulties here, but it is what it is, man. I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Moon to all my peoples out there. We'd like to first give all praise and glory to Ahayabah Hashem Yeshaya Ruach. And for those of you not familiar with the Hebrew, that is all praise unto the Most High, in the name of Christ as well as the Holy Spirit. Once again, we'd like to say Shalom and Happy New Year to everyone out here today. I know you could have been anywhere in the world, so due to the fact you decided to join us tonight, we do not take your time for granted. Yo, this is the time that we've been looking forward to, the new moon. So we've been celebrating, we've been having a wonderful Sabbath. Now we entered into this new moon. And as Norman said,
We gon' jump. We gon' jump. Now I can't believe what you need. Y'all we gon' jump.
as we always say, give all praise to Ohio by Hashem Rashad Rock. And let's start out, man. Let me get that Psalms 83, Psalms 81, verse 3. Psalm 83 today. Get that Psalm 81, verse 3.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Read that again for us.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
All right, let's blow the trumpet. Some of you may see this video next day or the day after because we can't get invitations out, we can't send invites out, notifications. So it is what it is. But we're here in the midst of the Most High. We're coming to celebrate this new year. We're praying and hoping that we're able to go through this year in a proper manner. The Most High blessed us for my family to come together, and we're in a undisclosed location. You know what I'm saying? Undisclosed location right now. Let's come and celebrate amongst the fam and just giving glory to the Most High. And tonight we're not going to really be long for you tonight. We just wanted to come in and teach on the new moons and what the significance of it is, and why the new year, the real new year in the eyes of the Most High, is now, and how this thing has been significant going back to our forefathers as far as Adam and Noah. You understand? So let's get started out tonight in Exodus 31. Let's get Exodus 31. Let's get Exodus 31. And let's start there, verse 12. Exodus 31. Let's start there, verse 12.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbath ye shall keep.
Read that again.
Verily my Sabbath ye shall keep.
Verily my Sabbath you shall keep. Go ahead.
What is the sign between me and you throughout your generations? And you may know that I am the Lord that doth sanctify.
Now, I think it's very important that we understand that the Most High has said out of his own will, not based on opinion, not based on what someone else has to say, but he said in his word that his Sabbath is a sign between him and his children for those who honor and serve the Most High. So according to the Most High, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not keeping his regular Sabbath, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, if you're not keeping, you understand, the new moons and the Sabbaths, the holy days. According to the Most High's word, you are not serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, we may say that we have the intentions to, we hope to, we desire to, but this doesn't have anything to do with what thus says the Most High, right? Now, go down to verse 17, verse 16.
Wherefore, the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath,
right?
To observe the Sabbath throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations.
For a perpetual covenant.
For a perpetual covenant. Now, how long is perpetual? That's forever, right? Right? Come. It's perpetual covenant, right? But look at what he said here in verse 17.
There's a sign between me and the children of Israel.
Here's a sign between who?
Me and the children of Israel.
Now, so they may say, well, for our Christian brothers and sisters, they like to say, well, that right there, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, good seeing you on with us tonight. Happy New Year, Happy New Moon. So they may say, well, that was just, Christians like to say a lot of times, they'll say, well, that right there, that was for the Jewish people, right? And us being Gentiles, as they would say, that don't mean anything to us, right? So let's go to Isaiah 56 and let's see what the Most High had to say about that, right? Go to Isaiah 56. Watch this. Right? Right? Let's start at verse 1 there, Isaiah 56. Let's watch this. Watch this.
Thus says the Lord, keep ye judgment and do justice.
Keep ye judgment and do justice. Go ahead.
For my salvation is near to come. And my righteousness is to be revealed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to understand, and we're not going to go into all these things tonight because we're celebrating tonight. But I'm telling you right now, what you're seeing in the news, what is happening in this earth has already been prophesied. Okay? There's nothing new. Everything has been happening. Read that last part of what he said. He said what? For my salvation for Israel is near to come. Go ahead. And his righteousness shall be revealed. And we know that his righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, according to Psalm 110 and 142, and that his law is truth. So that sign between the children of Israel that are keeping that law, statutes, commandments, that righteousness that the Most High said, it will be revealed. And it's going to be beyond a shadow of a doubt who's serving the Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and who is serving the other guy. Right? Watch this. Verse 2.
This is the man that doeth this.
Blessed is the man or woman that doeth this. What is this? What did he say? And then lay of whole. Not only do it, but lay of whole and say this becomes a part of who I am. Watch this. That do what? Y'all see that? That keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it. Go ahead. And also keeping his hands from doing any evil. Now, look at what they call the Christian church today. They don't keep the Sabbath and they don't follow the law. But the Most High said, blessed is the man that do this. So according to the Bible, what is that man? Because there's only one or two things you can be. Blessed or cursed. Watch this. Verse 4, 3, go ahead.
Neither let the son of the stranger that has joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord has utterly separated me from his people.
So he said, listen, I'm not even going to give the Gentiles a way of escape. I'm going to extend my hand unto the Gentiles. Don't let him say that I'm utterly separated from his people. Go ahead. Now, for a second time, let's go down to verse 6. Watch this. That joined themselves into the Most High to serve him. His name is Ahiah. Go ahead. To be his servants. Everyone to do what? Everyone to say, I ain't got to worry about the Sabbath. That keeping the Sabbath. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Right? Y'all see that? So this goes regardless across the board. Whether you're an Israelite or whether you're a Gentile, you must keep his Sabbath. Let me get Malachi 3:6, and let me get Hebrews 13:5, 13:8. Watch this. More faithful doing that though, bro. More faithful doing that though, bro. Watch this. Let me get Malachi 3:6 and Hebrews 13:8. Go ahead.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
For I am the Most High, Yah, I change it not. Go ahead. And as a result, ladies and gentlemen, that he has not changed, this is the only reason right now, Israel, that you are awakened. Always remember that. That this plays no part in you. I don't care how much research you did. I don't care how good your precept game is. It's not have nothing to do with that. It's two reasons. No, it's actually three. Number one, because the Most High has not changed. Number two, because the promise that he made with Abraham. And three, and more importantly, Yeshua HaMashiach, who the world know to be Jesus the Christ. He has left no room for arrogance and pride. Right? Let me get Hebrews 13:8.
Yeshua HaMashiach is the same yesterday.
He is the same yesterday and today and forever. And then last one in, let me get Matthew 12:8. So we see how important these Sabbaths is, right?
For the Son of Man is the Lord, even of the Sabbath day.
So the Son of Man is Lord, even of the Sabbath day. So we must understand, ladies and gentlemen, that the Sabbath is highly important to the Most High. It doesn't go away. It hasn't changed no matter what religion says, no matter what people's opinion is. The Lord still honors and respects his Sabbath. Now, let's get Isaiah 43. I need you to hold that and get Proverbs 1. Now, these are the things that I want to give you guys today for the Sabbath. Not Salakia, for the new year. This is the posture that I want you to begin to analyze yourself and going forward in this new year. And then we're going to get into Jubilees and talk about the importance of what this new moon is all about. Let me get Isaiah 43. I need you to hold that and get Proverbs 1. Watch this. Isaiah 43. Before you go into there, though, D, before you go into there, start in 42, right? And start at verse 18.
Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see.
So the Most High said, hear ye deaf. So he said, I know some of my children right now they're currently in a state where they can't hear. But he said, hear ye deaf, and what else he say? And look ye blind that you may see. Now, let's go to Revelation 3, and let me show you what I'm talking about with that. I know as soon as we got started, it would pick up. I know as soon as it got started, it picked up. All right, watch this. Let's go to Revelation 3. Now, before you read that in Revelations, I want you to read that verse again. 42, Isaiah 42 and 18 again. Watch this. Read that again for me.
Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see.
Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see. Now, let me get Revelations 3, right? And watch this. Give me verse, let's go straight to it. Verse 17.
Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase of goods, and need of nothing.
And have need of nothing.
And have need of nothing. And knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable, and poor and blind and naked.
Ladies and gentlemen, Israel has gotten to the point. Shalom, good seeing you on with us tonight. Happy New Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel has gotten to the point because right now even in the state of our captivity, we've been able to earn a little bit of money, and we've been able to have a good time, and we've been able to gather some resources. We have convinced ourselves that everything is good. And if you go into 2nd Ezra 16, the Bible says that right at that point of destruction, when it's all gonna fall out, is when everything is gonna get cheap, people are gonna be prospering, and then all of a sudden the bottom is gonna fall out. So right now, a lot of Israel is operating on a false sense of security. When you think just because you got some money in the bank and your 401k is popping and you're taking trips and you're doing this and you're doing that you really believe that you convinced yourself that everything is going good, right? But watch this. Read that last part of Revelation 3:17 again. Now watch this. But you actually know of not that you are what? That you're wretched and miserable and poor and blind. Now, see, what happens, ladies and gentlemen, is that the world defines your blessing and your prosperity and money, not the Most High. Because he know you can't buy a blessing. Some of the most richest people in the world are dying from sickness. Miserable. Got to pump antidepressants. Got to get drunk every night. Got to get high every day. Very rich. I just recently heard a song before I had never heard before. Some young boys were playing it. And the dude said, I hate to be sober. I can't stand to be sober. I said, what? I can't stand being sober? What kind of life do you have to be living if you can't take being sober? But this social media thing got our people's minds messed up. But look at what Yeshua's answer for that was. Verse 18. So he said, listen, I counsel you to buy of me gold in the fire. Go ahead. Right. And anoint thy eyes with eye salve. Y'all see that? Eric said, Happy Brew Year. Happy Brew Year to you too, huh? Happy Brew Year. What they brew. Now, look at verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke. So, ladies and gentlemen, the real reason that you're hearing things sometimes that makes you uncomfortable and upsets you is because the Most High loves you. It's because Yeshua wants to see better for you. He's not going to allow you to remain in some mess and make you think that what you're doing is right. So you're being rebuked. You're being disciplined. It's because he wants better for you. Now, we're not going to go into this new year, new me stuff that you hear all the time, in January. That's not what we're talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make a decision. It's time to get to the point where you're going to realize, listen, I cannot continue to live in the manner in which I was living. I can continue to go down the same road. I can continue to deal with the same things and make the same decisions. I can't do that. That's not going to work for me. Has it been working? It's actually been really terrible. It's actually things are really falling apart. It's actually making you cry yourself to sleep every night. It's actually making your family members and people walking away from you. But at the same time, we're not even noticing. We're not even taking inventory of the decisions and what it's actually doing to our lives until it's too late. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing this message now, it ain't too late. You have an opportunity to change everything about your situation. You have an opportunity to continue to go into the things of the Most High. You have an opportunity to retransform everything about the way you're doing. But it's going to be up to you. Now, I know I said I wanted to go to Isaiah 43, but the Spirit telling me to go somewhere else. Let's go to 1 Kings 18. Then we're going to get Proverbs 1. But this is the question that we need to ask ourselves. Watch this. Now, when you get a chance, I want you to take a look at these scriptures. I want you to read this whole chapter in your own time, but we don't have time to break this whole chapter down. Basically, Elijah was dealing with the nation of Israel because they had an evil king by the name of Ahab, who had an evil wife by the name of Jezebel, and had basically introduced them to Baal worship. You understand? And so he got to the point where he was like, listen, I'm not dealing with him. I'm going to settle this. I'm going to challenge these guys. I'm meeting them where they stand. And so Elijah bounced, and Ahab was looking for him. And then he sent, one of the prophets to go tell him to come. You know what I'm saying? And when he went, he was like, yo, listen, I'm not scared of this dude. But the other prophet, he was, he was a little, he was a little concerned, like, yo, you want me to go and meet with this dude? Obadiah's like, he told Obadiah, like, yo, just go, man. I keep thinking. So just go straight to it. Let's go down here to verse 16. No, go to 15.
Elijah said, as the Lord of hosts liveth, before whom I stand, I will surely show myself unto him today. So
I'm bringing this out right here, ladies and gentlemen, it's because some of you right now, and I'm talking specifically to my Christian brothers and sisters right now. Some of you right now truly know that you are the children of Israel. You don't know how many conversations we get in with people, and we start to try to share this truth with them, and they be like, yeah, I know that, man. Yeah, I read that. I did some research. How long you been doing that, man? Yeah, it's been about 3-4 years. Or people come to us all the time. Yeah, man, I be watching your videos, man. The point is that when you understand what's going on, you cannot continue to live in a manner as if you didn't know. Grace covers the people. Grace covers ignorance. Grace does not cover unwillingness to change. So Elijah said, listen, I know what's going on. I know how the people are coming down on them. I'm still going to go do what I got to do. I'm going to stand. Watch this verse. I'm going to show myself. I'm not going to hide. So my Christian brothers and sisters, you need to stop hiding. You need to stop worrying about what people are going to think about you. You need to stop letting people talk you out of this life because you're concerned with who's going to walk away and who's going to close the door. And you better get yourself into those doors that the Most High is trying to open for you. Because I'm telling you right now, in the days that we're coming right now, it's getting tight. And you're not going to be able to just maneuver the way you used to maneuver. And if you don't get on the side of the Most High now, you're going to find yourself in a very compromising position. And you can't use your circumstances for justification because the Most High is not going to hear it. And we're going to go there when we get to Proverbs 1 in a minute. But watch this, verse 16.
Obadiah went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elijah.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass when Ahab saw Elijah that Ahab said unto him, art thou he that troubled Israel? So
this guy is the king, and he got the whole nation of Israel doing paganism and sacrificing to Baal. You brought this Gentile woman in here and married her and allowed her just to completely take you away from the things of your fathers. But yet you saying Elijah is the one that troubled Israel. Let's look what Elijah's answer was. Watch this, verse 18. I ain't did this, brother. You have. I'm standing with the Most High. I'm going to say this to my Christian brothers and sisters, but you may not admit this, but a lot of your neighborhoods and communities, the only reason they're only standing right now is because some Israelite is probably standing out there being light and salt. You got to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that as soon as all of the elect is awakened here in America, it's over. Eric said he got the nerve. You know what I'm saying, Eric? Watch this. Finish the rest of that, D, verse 18. And thou father's house.
Lord, and thou hast followed Baal.
That's how Israel's being troubled. Because you don't forsaken the Most High, you out here following Baal and teaching others to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand this. That it's one thing for you to go away from the Most High, but it's another thing to lead people away from the Most High. And through social media, some of you have been influencing people to continue to be wicked and justifying it. And then saying, I'm going to heaven anyhow. You may go to heaven, but you won't go to the kingdom of the Most High. Watch this. Verse 19.
Therefore send and gather to me all Israel unto Mount Carmel. And the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves were 400, which eat at Jezebel's table.
Mm-hmm.
So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel.
Right.
And Elijah came to all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions?
And this is the answer. This is the question that we ask you tonight for this new year. This is the question that you have to ask yourself. Read that question. He asked him again. He says, what?
And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long ye halt ye between two opinions?
How long will you halt between two opinions? Which means, how long how long will you just continue to know right and do wrong? Know that it's wrong and only do it because it's convenient. How long will you continue to serve the Most High on some days and then put up with the devil other days? How long are you going to stand at being lukewarm? Because you understand that Revelation 3:15 says us that Yeshua will be out of your mouth for being lukewarm. He either wants you all the way on or all the way off. He don't play that middle ground. So this is what I wanted to propose to you tonight. And then let's go to Proverbs 1. And I'm going to show you what will be the results of you not starting right now as this new year is coming into place and make a decision with him tonight. Tonight. Now, let's go to Proverbs 1. And then we're going to get into some things. We're going to show you what this new moon is all about. Let's go to Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1. And let's go down to verse 22. Let's go ahead and go straight to it.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Mm-hmm.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
How long, my brothers and sisters, are you going to be satisfied with playing church? How long, Israel, are you going to be satisfied with just dropping precepts and screaming Kam Yasharala, but there's really no change in your life? I don't understand how anyone can tell people that they got to follow the law and publicly break the law. Everybody knows you break the law, but you're getting the debates back and forth about keeping the law. What? That's madness. What ground do you have to stand on when you're publicly going back and forth with people about doing something that you're not doing yourself? Read that again, Deacon. Says what?
Oh, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And this is what I'm talking to from my Christian brothers and sisters. Where every time your brother or your sister come to you and try to bring some truth to you, the only thing you want to do is turn the argument turn the conversation to an argument. You want to switch the narrative and make it about something else that we're not talking about. Attacking people. Israel, how long are you going to be mad with people just because they're doing things that you won't go out and do for your own? How long are you going to continue to attack elders that's putting their life on the line and sacrificing just because you want to sit home and just talk about people and like and share and have a link and mean ministry? And then what is it say?
And fools hate knowledge.
How long you fools will hate knowledge? Now, this goes to all my brothers and sisters in the world who's talking about you, your own God. You know you ain't from Egypt, but you talking about some Osiris, Ra, and all this foolishness. How long are you going to do that? How long are you going to hate knowledge? Verse 23, watch this. Turn ye at my reproof, says the Most High. Go ahead. He said, listen, if you would turn at my reproof, I will pour my spirit onto you. Go ahead. And then I will make you to give you the ability to know my word. I will give you my Holy Spirit so that you can know my word. Watch this. Verse 24. But I called you and you refused. Go ahead. And you didn't regard it. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Right? Verse 25. You said every time your brother and your sister came to you and tried to give you wise counsel, you was like, man, I don't want to hear that, bro. You can go on up the block with that, bro. I'm good over here, bro. I'm good over here, bro. I don't want to hear that, man. Don't bring that Bible stuff to me, man. I don't want to hear it. What else? And you have none of my correction. Now look at what, this is the Most High. This ain't Levander right here saying this. This is what the Most High said for those who are not willing to make a decision now. It's not going to be willing to stand between two opinions. This is what the Most High says unto you. Thus says the Most High. Verse 26. I will also laugh at your calamity. Do you want the Most High to laugh? What else?
I will mock when your fear comes.
And I will mock when your fear coming. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of our brothers and sisters right now in this country right now are terrified. They're walking around everywhere with 2 jugs of hand sanitizer on, thinking that that's going to keep plagues from coming. Nah. Panicking. You know what the antidote for plagues is? It's lost statute commandments. You want to know what the antidote for broken families? Lost statute commandments. You want to know what the antidote for poverty is? Lost statute commandments. But you don't want it. Right? Watch this. Verse 27.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you.
Right?
Then shall they call upon you.
Now you want to call me. Go ahead. But I will not answer. Listen, you have an opportunity right now to change everything about your life. There's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, that's so eager to run to the Most High, but they won't walk with him because of the fact of what it requires to walk with him. Will you walk with him? Will you put your trust in him today? Or will you allow destruction to continue to come to you and your family? Now, that's it. Now, let's get into it now. Let's get into the meat, teeth. Now, for those who don't know, we are celebrating the first new moon of the year, which is our new year. That started at sundown today. And we're going to go into now in the Book of Jubilees for those who have and Book of Jubilees. And if you don't, you can go to Google right now and you can type in Jubilees, Jubilees, Lees, and put in chapter 6. Now, this is one of the books I'm not going to say that because I don't know where you guys stand at right now. And if you're not got to a certain point, you don't need to get these things because it'll only confuse you. So I'm not going to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you some history on this. I'm going to show you why the new moons are important, what significance they play. We're going to show you when they started. And the last precept today, we're going to show you that when Yeshua comes back, who the world known to be Jesus, comes back in the kingdom and sets up the 1,000-year rule, that they will be doing the same thing then. So my question to you before we get into this, specifically to my Christian brothers and sisters, if the Most High gave the law, statutes, commandments, and Sabbaths and holy days to Israel, and they failed as a result of not doing those things, and if I show you that when Jesus Christ comes back and sets up the kingdom, that they will be keeping Sabbaths, holy days, how are you going to continue to convince yourself that in the middle part that you don't have to do it? Okay? Well, we're not going to just show you what Israel was doing. Tonight, we're going to show you that this thing started with Noah. And we had time, we would go all the way back to Adam. But we don't want to do that tonight. We don't want to do that. Teaser, they're working hard in the kitchen right now. As soon as that junk get hot, get done, we're going to eat and celebrate. Check. So if you got a separate laptop, tablet, or phone, and you don't have the Book of Jubilees, go to Google, put Jubilees, chapter 6. You can get verses 24 to 28, and then you're gonna get chapter 7, 1 through 6. Now, the Book of Jubilees, ladies and gentlemen, most of you guys remember when Moses went up on the mountaintop and was there for those 40 days. When down there, when they didn't know where he was at and what he was doing, that's when he got the Book of Jubilees. Okay, basically, is basically a historical prophecy that shows what everything will come, breaking down into the numbers of Jubilees, which are 50 years. Okay, so everything that was going to take place, the Most High told Moses on the mountain. He told him about the rise, he told him about the fall, and he told him about the restoration. He took him back and he showed him all the things that he taught his father Noah and why these things was implemented. And then we're going to realize why we're supposed to be doing these things today. So let's go to Jubilees chapter 6, and let's start at verse 20. What's that? Where does it start? 24? Okay. 24. Watch this. Go ahead.
And Noah ordained them for himself as feasts for the generations forever, so they may become thereby a memorial unto him.
Now, what he was discussing, what was being discussed here, is talking about the Feast of Weeks, what we know to be today as the Feast of First Fruits. Ladies and gentlemen, the Feast of First Fruits was not done up under the law the first time. The first time was done when Noah came off with the ark. But this is what happened. Verse 25.
And on the new moon of the first month, he was bidden to make for himself an altar.
No. Socrates. Let's start back at 23. That's why I wanted you to start it. 22 is why I wanted you to start it. That's why I wanted to start it. My bad.
For I have written in the book of the first law, in that which I have written for thee, that thou shouldest celebrate in its season one day in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I explain to thee its sacrifices that the children of Israel should remember, and should celebrate throughout their generations in this month, one day in every year.
So he was talking about the Feast of First Fruits, or we know to be Feast of Weeks as well. He said 1 year, you must always celebrate it. And then this is when he goes into the new moon, verse 23.
On the new moon of the first month, and on the new moon of the fourth month,
right?
On the new moon of the seventh month, and on the new moon of the 10th month, are the days of remembrance.
All the days of remembrance.
The days of the season, or divisions of the year.
Right.
These are written and ordained as a testimony forever.
How long? Forever. Now, the only thing that, ladies and gentlemen, that new moon means is the beginning of a new season. Now, you see Israelites out here talking about this. We got to follow the moon, and they base their feast days on following the moon. We're going to get into that in a minute. Okay? I don't never speak on certain things because we've all here at Better Day Ministry. We have the position that I'm just happy to see Israel celebrating feast days. I don't go in on what other people are doing, but today I'm showing you why we do what we do, according to here. Now, so you see, new moons, it really means new month. It really begins when the spring starts, summer starts, fall starts, winter starts. New moon, new year, the first new month, new moon is the new year. And he said these are written and ordained as what?
Written and ordained as a testimony.
Go ahead.
I know ordained for himself as peace for the generation forever.
Right.
So that they have become thereby a memorial unto him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Noah designated each new moon pre-law as a feast forever. Y'all see that? This is bigger than the law. And you're gonna see why. Verse 25.
And on the new moon of the first month, he was bidden to make himself.
Y'all see that? So the day on the new moon when it started is the day that the Most High told him to build the ark. Y'all see that? Watch this. What else happened on the new moon? Y'all see that? So the day that he came out of the ark was also the new month at the beginning of the year. That's why it's important. So this year, how many ever thousand years ago is the day our father Noah came out of the ark? That's why it's important. Right? Now, the Christian church wants about when Noah got drunk, but why they ain't telling you about this? You'll tell me that he got drunk, but you won't tell me this. Right? I think this is a lot more important. Right? Huh? Right? So what we at? 26? Yeah, verse 26.
The new moon of the fourth month, the months of the depths of the abyss beneath were closed.
Mm-hmm. Now you know that during the time of the flood, when the Most High let it rain, it not only rained out of heaven, but he opened up the waters up under the earth, and water came up from the earth, right? So the new month of the fourth month, when the summer came, that's when he closed those waters, right? That's why we represent that, right? What happens during the summertime? Normally it's hot, right? Rain is sporadic, right? See that? Go ahead.
On the new moon of the seventh month.
On the new moon of the seventh month. Y'all see that? So now what happened was when the seventh month came, instead of now the Most High having it open, that's when he allowed the water to go back into the earth now. Because at first, the things that would take the water away, they were closed so that the earth would flood, right? But now on the seventh month is the day when he said, you know what? I'm gonna let the waters go back now so that people can come back. Look at what happened. Watch this.
And on the new moon of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains were seen and Noah was glad.
You see that? So now the 10th month was when the Most High, because you know the whole earth was flooded and you couldn't even see the mountains. And on the 10th month, when the fall comes in, when the winter comes in, is when he was able to see the mountains. He was like, yo, I know I'm almost there. But he told you at the first new moon is when he actually got the ark. So right there at that 10th month, when the ark came, when you could see the mountains, after that 13 weeks is when he went off. Y'all see, I told you, man. I've been wanting to bring this out all week, bro. I couldn't wait till the day. Watch this. Watch this. What we at, D? Verse verse 28.
On this account, he ordained them for himself as priests for a memorial forever, and thus they are ordained.
They are ordained because these things are significant. This is the reason why he ordained these as feasts. This is pre-law. Watch this. Watch this. Verse 29.
And they placed them on the heavenly
Tables.
Heavenly tablets.
Uh-huh.
Each had 13 weeks.
Each had 13 weeks. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So that's 13 weeks between each season. Right? Each one got 13 weeks. Right? Go ahead. 52 weeks in a year. Go ahead.
And these will make the entire year complete. Thus it is engraven and ordained on the heavenly tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no neglecting this commandment.
And there's no neglecting this commandment. Uh-huh.
And command thou the children of Israel that they observe the years according to this reckoning. 364 days.
364 days. That's what the year is supposed to be. But we know over Daniel 7, what did it say? What did they say? They came to change the time. Who did it? Rome. That's why you got leap years out here and all kind of mess. You know, talking about you listen, it ain't no 2020, man. Let me just go ahead and put it out there. It ain't no 2020. Okay? It ain't 2020. I've been knew that. I just left that, bro. Right? Y'all see that? Where we at? Verse 32.
364 days, and these will constitute a complete year.
Uh-huh.
And they will not disturb his time for his days and for his feasts.
Mm-hmm.
For everything will fall out in them according to their testimony.
Right.
And they will not leave out any day nor disturb any feast.
Y'all see that? So this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you will never see a Better Day ministry having Passover in April. It's not going to happen. You're not going to see it in March one year and in April the next. Read that again. Verse 32, where we're at. Verse 32. Watch this. Mm-hmm.
Leave out any day nor disturb any feast.
Y'all see that? It's going to be the same time every year. It's going to always fall flawlessly the same way every year if you follow this. So when you see people going, they got Passover in March this year, and then next year's in April, he's about to explain how this happened. How that going to happen. Verse 33.
If they do neglect and do not observe them according to his commandment, then they will disturb all their seasons.
Then they will disturb all their seasons.
And the years will be dislodged from the sun.
Right? And they will disturb the seasons.
And the years will be dislodged.
Right? And they will neglect their ordinances. Watch this.
All the children of Israel forget and will not find the past of the years, nor forget the new moons and seasons and Sabbaths, and they will go wrong as to all the order of the year.
Y'all see that? He said that's what's going to happen. The Most High told Moses on the mountaintop what was going to happen to his children. Watch this. Verse 35.
And I know, and from henceforth will I declare unto thee, and it is not of my own device.
And it's not of my own device. I want you to know this is not me doing this to him. No, I want you to know you can't, don't blame this on me. Right? Go ahead. It's already written before me. I smoked the end in the beginning. Right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna forget the feast of the covenant. Watch this. And walk according to the feast of the Gentiles. That's why we're doing Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Leap year. all that. That's why Easter be in March one year and the next year is in April. That's why we celebrating Christmas. That's why we celebrating Thanksgiving, because we went after the ways of the Gentiles. Not only that, but he said in their ignorance, not only that, verse 36. Read that again. Mm-hmm. 10 days too soon. You're not supposed to make your feast days according to the moon. Thus says the Most High. Not Lavender, not Better Day Ministries. Thus says the Most High. So when you're doing that according to the moon, this year's going to say, yo, Passover's in March. And then when you do it next year, Passover's in April. Watch this. Watch this. Where we at, D? Verse 37.
For this reason, the years will come upon them when they will disturb the order,
right,
and make an abominable day, the day of testimony.
You see that? Now we done made an abominable day, Easter, the day of testimony. Well, we say this is about Hamashiach. And then we think we're cleaning it up by saying Resurrection Sunday. Now, for those who don't know, I came out of Christian church, so I'm not talking about something I didn't do. I'm just giving you an explanation of how it happened. Not only that, but this also speaks to how the Most High feast days are not done on the proper day. Watch this. Go ahead. Let's start from getting verse 37.
For this reason, the years will come upon them when they will disturb the order and make an abominable day, the day of testimony,
mm-hmm.
and an unclean day, a feast
and
day.
An unclean day, a feast day. This was done on the mountain, y'all. Before they went into the land, this is on the mountaintop. I'm telling you everything my children are about to do. Watch this. What does he say? They're going to make the holy with the unclean. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watch this.
For this reason, I command and testify to thee that thou mayest testify to them. For after their death, the children will disturb them, so they will not make the year 364 days only. After this reason, they will go wrong as to the new moon.
As to the new moons and seasons and Sabbaths and festivals. Y'all see that, man? Is that not what happened to us? So this is why the new moons is important. This is why it's important. Now, I just want to get a few verses out of chapter 7. We're about to wrap this thing up. Watch this.
And in the 7th week, in the first year thereof, in this Jubilee, Noah planted vines in the mountain on which the ark had rested in Lubar.
Right.
One of the Ararat mountains and they produced fruit in the full year, and he guarded their fruit and gathered it in this year in the 7th month.
Now, what is year in the 7th month? Ain't that September? Isn't that not when the Feast of Gathering is to this day? Y'all see that? Nothing changes. Watch this. Go ahead.
And he made wine therefrom and put it in a vessel and kept it until the 5th year.
Right.
Until the first
on the first day. And what we about to do in a few minutes? The same thing that our father Noah did on the new moon, the new year. Yeah, and that's about to go into that. I'm not gonna go into all that, but this is breaking it down how all that happened. Right? I just wanted to show y'all that. Right? I just wanted to show y'all that he was celebrating the new moon, and that's why he was drinking wine. That's what I wanted to show you. They just said like he was just a day just going around just doing for nothing. Nah, he was celebrating the new moon, and he brought it in with wine. And he, he's in his crib. He with his family. He got a little, yeah, things got a little out of control, right? So when you read the rest of chapter 7 there, it just talks about how he brought the celebration up and he got a little out of control. And then, things went another way, right? So I just hope that bless y'all, man, because that really blessed me. This is why these new moons are very important. This is why we must keep these things, right? So let's end it off tonight in Isaiah 66, right? And what you're about to see here is that I showed you that it started with Noah. We know, of course, the Most High commanded us to keep the Sabbath in the law. And now I'm going to show you as we end it off that when Yeshua comes back, the new moons and the Sabbaths will still be kept. So if we started in the beginning with it, and we're ending with it, I think it's very important that we need to be doing it now. What y'all think? Okay? Now, so let's go to Isaiah 66 and let's end it off now. Watch this. Isaiah 66. And this right here also is good. I wanted to start here and bring all this out because I want to make sure this goes out to Northern Kingdom. This is about how Northern Kingdom is coming back too. And it's showing how the 12 tribes is going to come back out of Most High. And I'm bringing this out because a lot of Judah is talking about certain things, talking about the boats coming to get them. They don't understand. Nah, it ain't coming to America to rescue you. So I'm showing you this. Remember, this is why we talked about you're going to have to make a decision because some of these elders out here, some of these camps are teaching that the ships is going to be coming to America, getting Israel. Nah, they ain't coming here. That's why I'm showing you this tonight. Right? Isaiah 66, verse 5.
Hear the word of the Lord, you that tremble at his word.
Right?
Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, that he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
Now, so this is talking about the fact that once in 2 Kings 17 chapter, when the Most High used the Assyrians to take out the northern kingdom, Israel, because we know according to 1 Kings 12 chapter that the nation split into Israel, 10 tribes. Then you had the righteous Levites along with Judah and Benjamin down to Judea. So according to 2 Kings 17, the Assyrians drove out Israel, and Judah, Benjamin, and Levi got to a point where they had got the big head and they kind of just like went on their own way. And just for a little nugget here, we ain't really brought this out, but I'm gonna bring it out tonight. I'm not gonna go in and teach all this, but in Luke the 15th chapter, when you hear the story, what in the church they call the prodigal son, this is about what this is right here. The youngest son is Ephraim, and the eldest son is Judah. You know how Ephraim went amongst the Gentiles, went out there, was about to eat the swine, but came to himself. He came back to the father, and the father received him back. And the eldest son didn't like, yo, man, this is what he's talking about here. The eldest son is Judah. And Ephraim is the youngest son. That ain't no prodigal son, no man just going off and the father said, no, that Christian stuff has nothing to do with what Hamashiach was talking about there. This is the return of the full of the 12 tribes. That's what that parable was talking about, right? So here, Isaiah, the Hamashiach through Isaiah is prophesying that your brother, he cast you away and he didn't want you back. Now he thought it was just about him now. Watch this, verse 6.
A voice of noise from the sea, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that reigneth like a pest to his enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she had delivered of a nation.
So before Judah went through what was coming to him, he delivered what? That's a Mashiach. You can precept that in Revelation 12 that breaks out the same thing, right? Watch this, verse 8. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Y'all see that? So now, as we go through Jacob's trouble, notice that when you go to Jeremiah 30, that the Most High describes the Jacob's trouble as what? A woman going through travail. Now we're back in that same spot. First time when before we had the baby before the pain came. The pain came 70 AD, right? He said, who ever heard of this? How is it that the baby came and no pain, and then now they turn around, you're getting pain, and then the baby comes? Because I'm doing it different now. First time he let it come, we went to captivity, baby, then poof, 70 AD. Now it's Jacob's trouble, turning it back around how it normally is, pain, baby, rebirth back into the nation. Watch this. Verse 9.
Shall I bring to rebirth and not cause to bring forth?
Mm-hmm.
Saith the Lord. Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb, saith thy God?
I'm not going to do that. I can't shut the womb. I can't bring forth the baby, and you don't got to go through nothing to bring that baby, to get that baby. And if I shut the womb up, the baby can't come out of it. So if I let Israel stay in this sleeping state and stay in darkness, I can't rebirth them back to a nation. This is what he's saying here. Watch this, y'all. This is what I'm saying. You got to make this decision now. Watch this. Verse 10.
Rejoice ye with Jerusalem and be glad with her. All you that love her,
right?
Rejoice for joy with her. All you that mourn for her.
So Judah, everybody, Israel, we need to come back and we need to rejoice. We got to mourn for our brothers and sisters that are still lost, but we got to rejoice for the fact that we know that Israel is about to be reborn. Watch this, verse 11. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flow.
Y'all see that? I'm gonna have the glory, all the riches and everything coming back to the children of Israel like a flowing stream. Everything you got, because you stole it from us anyway, is all coming back like a roaring stream, flowing back to us. This is why you got to make the decision now. You understand? This is what he's ready to do for his people, right? Watch this. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Right? Read that again. Right? And you will be comforted in Jerusalem. You see that? Watch this. Verse 14. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Everybody's going to know now. The children of Israel are going to know who you really is. And all of those who've done what they did to us going to know too. Right? Watch this. Verse 15. Right? So yeah, the chariot is coming. But them chariots, when they come, they're in a rescue mission. It's bombs over Baghdad. You understand? See, when they go to these scriptures talking about the chariots is coming, I don't think they understand that the chariot is not on a rescue mission. Sweet little sweet chariot. Hey, listen. Yeah, he coming to take us home. He lighting that path for us with fire. I'm going to show you the chariots in a minute that's coming for Israel, but not these. And it ain't going to be in America. Right? Watch this. Watch this. Verse 16. Read it again. And the slain of the Most High shall be many. No more grace. That's over. The real Yeshua is coming. Will you be ready? Watch this. Verse 17. But they that sanctify themselves You see that? So how is it, ladies and gentlemen, that we have convinced ourselves this is Israel right here that has sanctified themselves and purified themselves, that came out of the tribulation, but a hard time came and you compromised. A rough spot came and you took the left-hand deal. Went and ate a mouse and hid behind. Notice how they tried to hide and do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get you to understand this. That we can put on all of these fronts amongst each other, but the Most High sees, you got that script, that 10 times brighter than the sun? And that's Sirach 23? You got to understand that we're so busy trying to look holy and righteous amongst the people, and we're not understanding that the Most High sees it all. This ain't no random people right here. This is the children of Israel that have already sanctified themselves, who has awakened. You got it? Chapter and verse. So some of you right now, you have more fear for your people knowing what you're doing than the Most High. So you put up this front, you put on your suit and your pocket squares and all this, you look nice and neat when you go out, just so everybody can say, boy, that's a good man of Jesus right there. You wear the nice dress and you look the part, but you're only concerned with people knowing that you're righteous. You're only concerned with people believing that you're somebody instead of actually being it. This is why we're saying, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to make a decision now. You don't have as much time as you think. All this stuff that is happening, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen nothing yet. What is coming is way worse than it's here right now. And ain't no amount of protesting, no amount of money, no amount of voting, no amount of praying, nothing will change it but repentance. But it's only changing it for you. let me make sure that's clear. It ain't gonna be no, I'm changing it for America. It's over. It's done. It ain't gonna be changing it for the world. That's over. It's done. What will change is you and your descendants. You understand? Read that again, chapter and verse.
23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not the eyes of the Lord, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
The eyes of the Most High is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And what?
Beholding all the ways of man.
And beholding all the ways of man. And considering the most secret parts. So I'm bringing this out, ladies and gentlemen, to let it know that this wasn't talking about people in the world here. This was talking about the Israelites, man. This is talking about Israelites going behind the bush to hide. They eat swine. And what happened to them, D?
eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
For I know their works
For I know their works,
and their thoughts,
right?
and it shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory.
Mm-hmm.
And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pool, and Lud, that draw the bow to Tabor and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my
They have not heard of my fame. Go ahead.
neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles.
And this is talking about the Israelites and the Gentile state of mind. I want to make sure that's clear. I want to make sure that's clear here. And what are you going to do to them?
And they shall bring all your brethren.
Notice he said brethren there. That's see that? It couldn't be Israelites. It couldn't be Gentiles and still be brethren. It had to be Israelites and the Gentile state of mind. This is talking about the 10 tribes. These are the ones that the Most High is sending the chariots for. Not Judah, Benjamin, and Levi that's in America. That's why he told us, come out of her, my people. Watch this, verse 20.
And they shall bring you all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations, upon horses and in chariots,
Mm-hmm.
and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain, Jerusalem.
Mhm.
The Lord, as the children of Israel bring an offering and a clean vessel into the house of the Lord.
Right?
I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, said the Lord.
Right? So now the priesthood is being reestablished. Go ahead.
Shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that one new moon,
from
one new moon to another,
uh-huh.
and from one Sabbath to another,
Right.
shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
So we're still keeping new moons and Sabbaths in the kingdom. But it's done away with. It doesn't matter. Noah was doing it. Israel was doing it. They stopped doing it. Was destroyed for not doing it. Jesus the Christ comes back and does it in the kingdom. But you don't have to do it now. Read it again for me. Isaiah 63, 66, and 23.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another,
Mm-hmm.
and from one Sabbath to another,
Mhm.
shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
That's Israel and Gentiles. And look at this. This is what you need to understand. The Yeshua, Hamashiach, who the world knows to be Jesus Christ of the Bible, versus the Jesus Christ of the Christianity. Look at verse 24.
And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
Read it again.
And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
So all of the Gentiles that said, man, I ain't doing that. Bodies remain. You're not even burying them. Everybody that, when Josiah comes back, the dead in him shall rise first. That's all Israelites and Gentiles. They good. If you was a Gentile and you died in the Hamashiach, keeping law, statutes, commandments, new body. If you're an Israelite and you died in him, new body. You're an Israelite born at the time, mind is transformed, going to the kingdom. Gentiles, there's a conversation. One side of the Gentiles, according to Matthew 25, will quote Jeremiah 16 and 19. Surely our fathers have inherited lies. The other side is going to say, hey man, I think we should vote on this. I think I got a right to put my input in. Read it again.
They shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
Right?
For their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
I think it's time to make a decision. So, ladies and gentlemen, I pray and hope that this has inspired you. I pray and hope that this has given you a fire to rededicate, to reevaluate, and to restore yourself back to the truth. Tonight, we'd like to give all praise. We'd like to give all glory. We'd like to give all honor to Ahaya Bahashem Yeshai, where we're up. Food is smelling good over there, T. You about ready for us? Hey, Nick. Okay. Well, we're getting ready to eat. Food smelling good over there, man. You about ready? You about ready for us? Okay. Well, we about to start the festivities. We wanted to come in. We wanted to open the door to you guys as we get started for tonight. It's about to be a good night. All in the Most High. Did you got anything, man? Well, you got anything? Stacey, you got something you want to break down? I want to give the brothers an opportunity to bring it out. They want to bring it out. So we hope and pray, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, that you guys have taken this in tonight and just giving yourself an opportunity to hear what thus says the Most High. And I trust and believe that His hands always extended to you. The question will always be, will you receive that hand? Will you receive it? Next Sabbath, ladies and gentlemen, the first Sabbath of the year, we have a lesson coming from Jacob to Israel to the remnant. Please tune into that. We believe it or not, I think the first Q&A of this year is going to be fire because we've already been receiving questions over the weekend for the Q&A. So I think that's going to be bananas too. The Most High is ready. And I believe there's a fire inside of Israel right now. I believe our Christian brothers and sisters, a lot of them are ready. So Israel, I declare to you that it's time to step up. We got to take ourselves up to another notch. We got to truly be this standard. We got to truly be this light. We got to truly be this salt. Because the Most High is ready to use us. But unless we're in the right position, we can't be used. There's time out for just talking it. We got to live this thing now to the best of our abilities. We got to give from all of it. Matter of fact, let me get that Sirach 43 as we end off. That'd be a perfect place to end off. Let me get that Sirach 43. I think Sirach 43 and 24. It says, give your all to him. Sirach 43, maybe it might be 34. Let me see it. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, 30. Sirach 43 and 30.
When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
Read that again.
When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
When you glorify the Most High, exalt him as much as you can. Go ahead.
For even yet with you far exceed.
Listen. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for you can never go far enough.
You will never, ever be able to go far enough. Give him everything, because I can guarantee you this, ladies and gentlemen, he will always outdo you. So that's motivation to go hard. All right? So as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, continue to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding to the work of the Most High. We love each and every one of you. And we pray and hope that this be a wonderful new moon for you. I'm so glad that you guys started with us. It's a good time. It's about to be a good night. But it's going. My people, they're my people. I'm tall people, know I love you. That's how I heard this. Still stop it. I'm just getting tough again. Like they got problems. You know I got it. I got it. Yeah, hold on. Let's see your eye. Yeah, I can't stop. I keep it covered. It's ready to go. First time in love, I don't know. Want to see the devil's up. That lethal weapon. No any cover. I keep it love. I'm praising the Lord. I wanna live. Let's not recover. To the God. Time to be an upright man. No longer carry. That's how you do. I'm okay. All right, y'all. We love you, every one of y'all. Rock it down. Happy New Year. Shalom. How long will it be? You can get around you and your brothers and sisters get around and have a right together. Who said y'all can't do that? See, that's that.